What's up guys, it's Senator Chris back at it again to give you guys another great video. Here as you see I am playing some great Everspace. This was the answer back to I guess No Man's Sky in a sense, because everyone knows that of course we never got No Man's Sky, we as in Xbox users, Microsoft, anything like that. And I'm pretty sure we won't be getting No Man's Sky in the first place, but here I'm playing this game, and literally you guys saw I'm just starting it out, so this is my first 5 to 10 minutes of me playing. It was a good experience, but it was a half and half experience. Graphical wise, this game looks very nice, and it doesn't look too polished, I'm not gonna say, because I've seen a whole lot of other games that did what they did just with better graphics. But I gotta hand it to them. Space looks perfect, and I like that. I like to pay attention to small details. A lot of I'm pretty sure a lot of you sci-fi fans and anyone that plays the Star Wars franchise games or anything like that, you guys pay attention to how rocks are, what shape a rock is, or how a spaceship looks. If you look, there's almost not really any identical rocks anywhere, and they did do a good job on designing the spaceships, however you want to say it. But I did have a problem with the controls. I'm used to having the more conventional driving controls, and it seemed like I couldn't really adapt to these controls. And I think it was also because they don't give you the option to map your controls yourself. I think if they would have gave you that option, then this would have been a way better experience for me and for any other user that really plays this game in the first place. But looking around the ship, look at that. That looks that's beautiful. I love that they gave you the accent freeze thing. Knowing that this is still a game preview, so this is not even the finished game, I'm pretty sure it's still more stuff to come out, but this is just my review on the game preview as it's coming out. So this, like I said before, this looks like a great game, but I think that one thing they could have done is gave us the ability to map our controls ourselves, because I was as you guys can see, in a rut because at times I couldn't get my ship to move forward. I was kind of confused about all the controls all in itself, and I'm the type of gamer, whereas other people unconventionally, I see it as, they will go and look at the controls. I don't do that. I need to sit down and learn how to play the game myself, because after I figure out everything inside of my head, then it's easier for me to input what I need to input to get the outcome that I want. So all in all, I did have fun playing this game. Now, the small objectives that they give you in the beginning of the game are pretty nice, actually. The tutorial is okay, I gotta say. I feel like it could have been a whole lot better. In the beginning, where you seen that they showed you all of the things that you could do with the ship, movement wise, they should have took the approach of something like, what's the type game that does it? When you're playing per se a driving game like Forza will teach you how to move forward and backward, turn left and right, okay, if you're a beginner. They should have done this same approach on this. They should have told you, LT is to move forward, RT is to shoot your weapon. But see, the thing is, their controls are kind of mishmashed and jumbled up, or kind of they're just placed down wherever, as I see it, so when I wanted to do certain things, I couldn't do certain things with my ship. And even then, with the shooting part, I had a hard time even adapting to that. I gotta say though, the mechanics for shooting, the graphics for explosions, stuff like that, they look pretty well. And I actually do feel like I'm in space in a sense, but it's just the constant control issue that I kept on having. And I'm pretty sure you guys noticed I had to go back multiple times and figure out what the hell I was doing, because I didn't know what the heck was going on. So like I said before, this is just a small introduction to the game and what I think about it. like so far this is still one of the first missions, and me carrying over, this is when I was learning how to use all of my weapons. So I finally got the movement down. I finally got most of the movement down, and I was doing okay. But as you guys can see, I was still moving a little bit slow here and there. Like the controls are just a little bit clunky to me still. But I gotta adapt to what I think I can do. So I started getting used to the game more and more. So I'm trying to hit ships and do stuff like that. Like I remember, I think I went at like light speed one time. I think it was light speed, and I just slammed into a rock and killed myself. Like they did nail all of the, like, not all of them so far, because this is still a game preview, but for a game preview this is really good. Controls wise it's not, but graphical wise that is what's up. And stuff for like actually just sitting down and playing the game, all in all, it's a good experience, because for people that play like Ark Survival, they know that once in a while you'll have lag, and you can even be on local playing by yourself and you'll still have lag once in a while. And I've heard that from many different people that I play Xbox with, or if I go over their house and I'm just chilling around and we playing Xbox, we put up some Ark Survival, and they say that a lot. But this game surprisingly had no lag, especially on the amount of stuff that's happening in the middle of the game. It's kind of crazy that nothing really happened, like stuff like that. Did you just see how I just blew up that ship? That looks really nice. I feel like they made this game pretty well, actually. The only thing though is that I feel like if they would have done what No Man's Sky did, they probably would have done it a little bit better graphical wise, and that's only because I like the more realistic graphics, whereas like No Man's Sky has more like polished, cartoony like graphics. I'm more into the more realistic stuff. So this is a really good experience. Like, you have no idea. I'm telling you guys, you gotta get out and get the Everspace game preview if you're on Xbox. Not really sure if they have it on PlayStation yet, because I do not have a PlayStation, unfortunately. So it's nothing I can really tell you about that one. This is just another extra part of my tutorial that I was on. I didn't really get to do too much with the whole entire tutorial, all in all, because the game preview only gives you like, I think it's like 30 minutes or 60 minutes to freaking preview the game, and I can't preview the game in that little bit of time. They should have given us the chance to have a longer game preview, such as like how UFC gives you a long game preview, or Forza 6 gives you a long game trial, because their trial is only 30-60 minutes, and other companies' game trials are like, oh, play for 3 hours, play for 5 hours, play for 10 hours. If you give me that amount of time to get into the game, that's gonna want me to get the game even more, because I'm gonna know what I'm paying for. And all in all, they want you to still pay $30 for a game that hasn't even come out yet. I understand the aspect and everything like that, but that's just not something that I would even do. Now here we're looking at the hangar and everything like that. The ship that I'm flying right now, it's like a pretty conventional ship. Now the second ship that you guys just saw, that looks like a TIE fighter, and even the third ship, that looks like I forget what it is called in Star Wars universe. I forget what the ship is called, but the basic layout of everything, I feel like that they did that really well. Everything is easy to access. They didn't do too much with it. Like some games can throw so much on their menu that it's like, I don't even want to go onto the menu to try to see what you guys have to offer. So I give them props for that. I love their menu. I'm kind of a weirdo about that. So whereas other people will be like, oh, let me just go do this and this, I seen that menu and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's one good ass menu. Now, right here, this is my third little playback of just playing the game. And I went into third person mode finally, but I'll see you guys later. Peace.